Hi, welcome to another edition of Seven's Pinball-orama. I'm Seven, and I could be making a really big mistake. Why, do you ask? Well, I'm painting. Yeah. If you've watched a few of my other kind of how-to wreck playfields videos, you've noticed that I've abused this old Black Knight machine and threatened to retheme it. And I just kept kind of abusing this machine and not retheming it, and now I'm retheming it. What do you know? So what I really wanted to do was I wanted to shoot a video of kind of a start to finish of what I'm doing to this machine. If I make some mistakes, you get to watch and laugh, point and laugh, and make some comments. Boy, you're an idiot. But I didn't. I didn't do it from start to finish. I'm a step in. And I've just been really busy. I've been shooting my other I Suck at Pinball videos. I've been doing some other things here and there. When I finally had a day to sit and work on this, I was like, I don't want to screw around with the cameras. I just want to get to work. I want to start. Yeah, so I did that. So what I'm planning on doing with this machine, the retheme that I'm doing, I'm going to keep it Black Knight, but it's not going to be this, knight on a horse. It's going to be the knight that loses all of its limbs from the Monty Python movie, The Holy Grail. The idea will be the back glass. I want to create a new back glass. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this yet, but it'll be the knight with one arm off, looking at his arm on the ground. I'm going to keep the same Black Knight logo, I think, and then in one corner will be God, and then the Terry Gilliam's God, and then the other corner will have the Holy Grail. And then on the playfield, I'm going to add some elements from the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie, go watch the movie, because there's a lot of really funny things in it, and there's just crazy, silly stuff. So I'm changing a few of the things that I know that I'm doing right now is that there's a little dragon bits by the MagnaSave. Those are going to be the Black Beast from Rawr. And then the double scoring and triple scoring in the playfield, I'm going to convert those to shrubbery, because the Knights Who Say Knee wanted shrubbery. The Knights Who Say Knee will actually replace the knight on the upper playfield, so there'll be the one knight with the antlers with the moss on it and stuff, and that will be up here. And then what else was I going to do? Oh, the rabbit that they kill with the holy hand grenade, he's going to be in here somewhere. The one pop bumper is going to turn into the holy hand grenade. What else am I doing? I think the curly cube ramp up here, I'm going to try to turn into the Bridge of Death somehow. The slingshot plastics, I think, are going to have the swallows with the coconut. So one will have one swallow with one coconut and two swallows with one coconut. Things like that, fun stuff. I want to retheme this in a way that if you were to just walk by the machine and kind of glance at it, you may not notice that I've made any changes at all. That's going to be the trick to doing this, is I want to keep the colors and the style of the designs about the same. And then when you come up to the machine, you start looking at it, you're like, hey, there's one of those butt trumpet guys. What? So I want to save all the little yellow scrolly bits and that are on this. And in this playfield, most of the damage was in the middle. A lot of the edges and things, they were all perfectly fine, but the middle was missing some paint. The paint was just falling off. On the upper playfield, it looked like someone took an SOS pad to it. Who does that? So I've got to repaint all of this, and I've got to remove the elements that are there. So the plan is to spray these color patterns with an airbrush using an oil-based enamel paint. It's really tough paint that I found that is made for sign painting, and when it dries, it's pretty solid, and it's really opaque, so I don't have to shoot a whole lot of paint to get coverage. So I'll do that. I'll do this. This whole guy will disappear because I'm going to paint it. I'll paint this whole section yellow. On the lower playfield, same sort of thing. The little dragon guys are going away. All this shrubbery stuff, this is all going away. When I'm done, it'll just be these washes of color. And then once I've done that, I'm going to hand paint the new elements that I want to put in there. So I've already laid down my frisking. And frisking, if you don't know, it's a it's this low tack film that you can stick down on something. It's clear, so we can take the backing off. It has this like blue tint, but it's clear. You can see through it. You lay it down, take a blade, and you can cut what you want to save and just peel off the sections that you don't. So I've already done that. I wanted to make a video of that. I didn't. Let's all use our imagination that I did that. Let's do that now. Isn't that cool? See how long that took? Okay, so I've done that, and I've shot the red already. And so today I'm going to shoot just the yellow. I'm going to cut some paper templates to sort of cover the stuff that I've already sprayed, just so I don't get a lot of overspray. Upper section, same thing. And then we'll shoot the yellow. Next I'm going to shoot the orange. And then there's a little bit of blue that I need to touch up. And then a little bit of black. And then there's some white around the sword. And then I need to kind of clean up the sword. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that yet. But anyway, that's where we are. So let's shoot some yellow and retheme this bad boy.
This conversation is going nowhere. I hear you speaking, but it means nothing. Brazilian, German, or Portuguese, French. Your lips keep moving, but it's making no sense. And this conversation has gone nowhere. But what's that you said? I can't make out your words. That are coming from you. But what's that you said? I can't make out those words.
So I don't have a lot of experience with an airbrush. Hand painting stuff, yeah, but airbrush, I'm kind of new to it. So if you're an airbrush pro and you're watching this, be nice. Here, I don't know what I'm doing. I've thinned down my paint to be kind of the consistency of, I don't know, milk, maybe? It's not super thin, but seems to flow. Worked well for the red. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go over the orange a little bit because I'll come back and hit that later and cover it. But I need to... Air compressor. We'll talk later. As I was saying, I'm going over a little bit on the where the orange is going to be, because like I really need to cover some of these things, and a little bit of extra paint isn't going to hurt, I don't think. I'm going to let that sort of dry and we'll do another coat. So we'll start up here. So we're going to let that dry and hit it with another coat. Second coat. Probably a good start. I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'll come back and see if I've got enough coverage on there. The other thing I didn't mention that I'm going to be doing is there is some divots and some things in here, and I'm hoping to fill that up with paint, so it's kind of nice and smooth when I start hand painting. So I'm gonna actually be filling in those little tiny divots with this yellow paint. I did it with the red, and it seemed to work out more or less okay. It's smooth enough that I can hand paint over it. So when I'm done with this, when I'm done painting the yellow, then I'm gonna lightly sand it down with probably some 1000 grit paper, and just try to even the whole thing out. And then if I kind of go through it, then I'll hit it with a little bit more yellow or something like that. But pretty good start, I think. We'll see how it goes.
This is the bad part about airbrush stuff, is you gotta clean it when you're done.